Given the fact that Christianity, and in particular Catholicism, is being attacked on so many fronts, how do everyday Catholics, what can we do to defend Christendom against the barbarians who live next door?
I often say to people, if you're going to cancel or reject every person who did not line up exactly with what the woke culture is right now in the history of the world, you're going to reject virtually everyone, because there's no culture outside of the West that, say, accepts gay marriage the way we do now, or even women's rights, I think, the way we do right now. And not to be political about this, but just to take a pointed example, Joe Biden and Barack Obama, I don't think were fully on board with, at least publicly, with gay marriage until after the second, into the second Obama administration. So are we going to go back and look at them at the way we look at Lincoln, say that Lincoln wasn't entirely perfect in the way he regarded Black people? Are we going to say this even about figures like Obama and Biden? Because, for many years they opposed, some of them, Biden opposed abortion and gay rights and gay marriage, and on and on and on. Look, we have to find a way to live with one another. This is what the people who oppose us say all the time. And that means when I disagree with you, I don't simply regard you as just trash that can be ignored and thrown away. We all live in this society together. And so we must engage in a conversation together, a rational conversation. I did a TV show about Columbus a couple of weeks ago. And the host of the TV show was a Black man, a Southern Black man. And, we were sparring about this and that, about the history of the United States. And he said, I don't know, maybe my family would have been better off if they would have been left in Africa. And I said, no, absolutely not. What we are doing right now, this exchange that we're having, where, you tell me what you think and I tell you what I think, and try to at least find some common ground so we can live together. That's the beauty of what this country has always been. We're not all Catholic or Protestant or Jewish or Muslim or whatever, but we can find a way to at least live in a reasonably tolerant way with one another. We're going to disagree. But what we're facing right now is something that is, if not exactly totalitarian, a kind of a soft tyranny that demands. We see this in the way people are forced in their companies to subscribe to all kinds of things that don't seem to have anything to do with the economic activity of the country, the company. We see it in the way that anti-racism now has become so extreme that just to be a white person, or maybe even to be a Christian, is to be somehow biased, to have some kind of unconscious prejudice. I think that this is very, very dangerous, because if you can look at me walking around in the street and say, you're a white person and therefore you are guilty in a serious way, not just, you're kind of vaguely guilty of what happened in the past and you're benefiting from it. If you can say that I'm guilty right now, or you're guilty, or any of, or conversely, a Black person is guilty because there's high crime in your neighborhood, or whatever. This is not who we are. We believe we're all made in the image and likeness of God. We believe that we are all rational beings, and we must engage with one another and not try to cancel one another. I don't know how to, when people ask me, what do I do in my neighborhood? I can't tell you. And at times, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do with people who don't want to listen to anything other than what they themselves want to say. But where that's possible, I think you prudently, prayerfully, but confidently try to set forward some different ideas and engage people. And ultimately, this stuff is open to God. It's up to God to open people's hearts and minds so that we can exchange ideas without hating one another.